So let's talk about something known as charge. Now, we know there's two types of charge. There's positive charge, which is carried by photons. And we know that there is a negative charge, which is carried by electrons. Now, there's a relationship between charge, current, and time, where charge, which is given by the letter Q, is equal to current times time. Now, I will do some calculations on this if it's part of your syllabus. But charge is measured in a unit known as a coulomb. So if we ever wanted to define actually current, we would say current is 1 coulomb of charge going through 1 second period. That would be a definition of current. You say the 1 coulomb of charge passing through per second. So current is the rate of flow of charge. So there is a relationship between charge, current, and time. Now, if we wanted to, so this is the definition for one amp of current. But if we wanted to define what is 1 coulomb of charge, so 1 coulomb, okay, a coulomb of charge. What's 1 coulomb of charge? That is the charge that is transported by electrons. But how many electrons will carry 1 coulomb of charge? Because how many electrons do I need for 1 coulomb of charge? And that is 6 times by 10 to the 18 electrons. So quite a lot of electrons. So if I want to write it out, I have to write 6 and then I have to write 18 lots of zeros. So quite a big number. So I want to go back to this equation. If I said to you there is 1 amp of current, that means in every 1 second, there will be 1 coulomb of charge flowing in every second. And that means that is how many electrons will be traveling every second, because 1 coulomb of charge has that many electrons. Now, when we are talking about electricity, we're talking about the flow of charge, but also the flow of ions. These are like atoms that have either lost electrons or gained electrons. If those are able to move, that can also deliver electricity. So like, for example, salty water, that's why you could get electrocuted in the bathtub and blah, blah, blah. And that's because of ions. But when we're talking about metals, metals have these electrons that can freely move about. And when quite a lot of these electrons move about, that will deliver 1 coulomb of charge. So if we talked about 100 coulombs of charge, you're talking about quite a lot of electrons that are moving about. So 1 amp delivered in 1 second will give me 1 coulomb of charge.